Hi, I'm Tamara Lopez, a researcher at the Open University. In this talk, I'm going to tell you about a series of ethnographic field studies my colleagues and I undertook to understand more about how professional developers engage with security using sites like Stack Overflow. In 2020, we understand better than ever that software-intensive systems that collect, process, and store personal data are an integral part of our lives. Security, in turn, is a primary concern for these systems. But the role developers play in securing software is complex. On one hand, developers are responsible for introducing and maintaining security mechanisms in the code they write. The expectation is that they will consider security while undertaking tasks at every stage of the software development lifecycle. On the other hand, good security in software involves more than applying a set of principles or techniques. Developers must also understand how the choices they make meet security policies and priorities set within their companies. Recent research has raised questions about how effective developers are at writing secure code on their own initiative. And when it comes to Stack Overflow, research shows the quality of information is not high. In particular, developers who cut and paste code snippets are at risk of introducing serious vulnerabilities to their code. Still, Stack Overflow is a source developers use. So, how can we reconcile the fact that developers use Stack Overflow and other Q&A sites with the problems of information quality and developer initiative? What else is going on? Our questions about Stack Overflow grew out of research we undertook for Motivating Jenny, a research project in the UK looking at security in the context of the broader community and culture of software development. As a part of this project, we conducted a number of ethnographic studies and undertook activities in companies in the UK, at practitioner engagements, and in communities and with materials found online. We collected data through observation, informal and semi-structured interviewing, workshops and seminars, and online we conducted qualitative analyses to examine question and answer posts in Stack Overflow. In analyzing data collected in offices, we found that one way developers bring different elements of security together is through everyday conversations. As this example, taken from our data shows, in these conversations, understanding is fostered in the midst of tasks. Security is situated in relation to technologies and what developers can and need to do with them. And individuals learn about security in the personal networks they form with one another. Stack Overflow is recognizable in part by its structure, its tradition, ways, and history, and the norms for behavior and belonging. It is vast. Today alone, 51,454 questions are tagged with security. And as noted before, it is used. Developers frequently visit the site, often daily. Stack Overflow is an organized, established community of practice where developers can post questions and get answers to solve programming problems. However, developers also make connections within comment streams, where they can ask smaller questions, exchange views and information. Comment streams are a place where everyday conversations take place online. For our two studies, we examined the comments given to 20 questions and their accepted answers. We used thematic and computer-mediated discourse analyses to establish characteristics of the interactions, including sequences, how comments related to each other through time, addressing, how developers refer to each other, and moves, the different segments of interactions and their purposes. We found in these interactions that developers give and receive focused, non-judgmental assistance to one another. They're friendly. They associate technology facts with security problems. As in this example, The B on the right explains how SQL can be applied in a particular kind of security attack. And they situate technical advice within the broader security landscape. And again, here, as the B on the right shows, he makes a comment about how security information is usually presented and contrasts this with how attacks really happen. Social interactions online form a middle path that runs between formal knowledge and practical software development techniques. And through them, developers gain confidence in themselves and one another, share information, and informally learn about security. In conclusion, our findings suggest 4 ways that developers can get the most out of sites like Stack Overflow to solve problems that involve security. They can explore security from within the programming tasks they've been set. They can start where they are. Look for tended posts and active comment streams. Often these are developed over time, significant amounts of time. They can join in by asking for help or lending a hand. And they can bring the things they find out online into conversations they have face to face. I am Tamara Lopez, a researcher at the Open University. Thank you kindly for listening to this talk. To learn more about our field studies, please visit our website or read our paper, published this year in IEEE Software. And if you have any questions, please get in touch.